So how could it have come to this, I asked myself. Um, you know, I'm rolling my cigarette out of old receipt papers because, you know, they stole the Rizzler's, like, they've got the keys, they could walk in and kill me, but they're just standing out there pretending that they've got problems with this and that. They could just walk in and shoot me dead. It's kind of, it's ridiculous, you know. You know, I'm ready to fight, you know, it's, you know, in the struggle there'll probably be 3 dead people and a couple of, and 3 shotguns lying on the floor, you know. And I've got to explain that to the police, but, you know, it's kind of, you know, I have to stand by every word I said, you know, it's kind of, did anyone notice how, oh, I can't talk about that, I just, you know, the things that come into one's mind, you know, when one's trying to relax, you know. So anyway, um, you know, all the masters face their problems. You know, I'm no different, so I really don't see there's any way out of this because, you know, as I said, the offensive against me is both um, overt and covert. So, you know, it's overt and covert. So, you know, the, what the people out there with the people there with the guns, that's the covert part of it, and the overt part of it, which is also kind of covert, is, you know, officialdom. So, you know, I can't see that I'm going to have any peace at all for the foreseeable future. It looks as if, you know. And you know, I can't really afford this transmission that I'm making now, because I'm in so much debt that, you know, I'm not gonna be able to do anything at all for the foreseeable future. So I'll make this as brief as possible. Let's see, what should I give myself? Maybe another 5 minutes. You know, I'll tell the story. What happened since I undertook the Bournless retreat, where I presumed I'd be relatively safe, although I wasn't. But since then, I got housed in a part of South London, and, you know, um, lived under duress of torture for 17 years, and I've been here 12 years, and I've lived under duress of torture here for 12 years. So, you know, it's like, the people just want to make an anxiety and a provocation and a terror and so on and so forth. So, you know, the whole point of locating me in that other part of South London, and now 14 miles south, was just to, you know, reduce my life to, you know, next to nothing, and keep me in that position for as long as possible. So, you know, what I've managed to do is create, you know, the 6 websites that are on the timeline. So if you have a look, you'll and of course all the music. So, you know, if someone comes in and shoots me in the head, you know, within 5 minutes while I'm on camera, uh, I just hope that you know, people can enjoy, you know, the magic, the music, the martial arts, the literature, and so on and so forth, and all the work that I've done to, when I've not been subjected to being incapacitated by, you know, the things which I've talked about. So, you know, it's like, around here, it's like curfew, you know. If you must just move a muscle, disturb, you know, one iota of silence, you know, there's such an offence of people, you know, it's like they want everyone dead on the floor, you know, 24/7, so. I once was in an acoustic research chamber, where they were testing the acoustics of loudspeakers. Well, I was in the laboratory where they test the speakers, and they had the speaker unit sat there in the chamber, which was acoustically proofed or acoustically damp, and somehow there must have been measuring the sound in there or something. I don't know. I can't remember where the place was. It was a long time ago, but I just thought I'd mention it. You know, just one of the things that I've done. You know. But regarding that, I mean, why would they put me in a, why would they locate me in a place where, back in the day when I was still going through this sort of thing, I was able to, perhaps the loudest record I ever recorded was, well, I say the loudest I've ever recorded, but, the loudest performance I probably did, or it seems to me the loudest, although I've done things very loudly, but the loudest thing I ever recorded was the track called They Came, which used to be in my back catalogue on newmusicmachine.co.uk, and that particular track, that was extremely loud, and the neighbour came up to me the next day and he said, well, not the neighbour, I got a letter came through the doorway. The next door neighbour said he had a small baby, and could I not record so loud, so could I not play so loud, so I didn't do that again. I went to the back room, I set up my gear in the back room, and I carried on there, for a few years more. When I was a small baby, I used to listen, apparently I used to listen to a lot of, I can't remember, I mean, well, I sort of can, but, the truth of anything, this is the thing, people are told things by their families, it's like, judging by stories I heard that went on within my family, I wouldn't be able to believe anything they told me, it's as if, they fill the head with, there's so many, judging by my family, people don't want people to know anything, so. I think I'll put on some music now, I'm not bothered, British Gas have this advert where people are sort of, in their, on their planets with their lights on at night, in the middle of space at night, doing what they want at night, but how feasible is that, considering this area, there's a woman in this building, if she hears anything, she calls the police, and they just, they come round and arrest you and have you locked up for like, a year or something, just for a noise, I don't know if anyone's read what I just wrote. There were 60 people out there earlier standing on the corner, 60, and there was someone hammering on my door. You know, 60 people gathered on a corner. You know, it's like the killer doesn't know whether he's doing it for the girl or for, you know, the vape pipe, you know. The would-be killer, you know. I don't know if anyone's interested. My new earphones and my vape pipe are in the colours of the OCGF, red and black. As is my... You know, when I was down near the precinct this afternoon, I was walking down the street using my mobile phone. I was nearly attacked about 7 times by certain individuals, you know. One, two. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, I've made the mistake. This is this music is off the new album, so not to be confused with the two recent albums. This is the latest album. I had said I wasn't going to play it because people think if they've heard it here they don't buy it, but it's playing anyway, so you know. I can't plan everything perfectly. You know, I reckon part of the wind-up is that people think that if they kill me, there's going to be somehow a load of money afterwards. But, you know, that's just got to be the wind-up, the fake reason that people want to kill me, you know. You know, there's no money at all, you know. So, you know, if I get killed, I'll be dead. But there's really nothing for anyone. So, you know, everything I did was for the love of it, so, you know. I wondered if I should cut it just here, just in case I live to tell the tale, but, you know, the way things are going, I'm not going to, so, you know. I may as well just let it play.
One, two. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2.
You know, I wish YouTube would get a grip on whoever's anyway, I hope maybe you can hear it. You know, it's a huge criminal gang that showed up, a criminal gang, a huge one. And, you know, they couldn't hold it together because a fight broke out, so you know, don't worry, John Lewis. I remember your advice when we were at Ironbridge. I'm quite prepared. Not in the way you suggested, but in another way. You know, AC was about, I don't know, 87, 76 when he died, or 76. I think AC was about 86 when he died. I'm 50, so I hope to be beyond AC's age, you know, beyond 76. I'm 50 at the moment, so, you know, maybe I'll make it, you know, maybe I won't, maybe I will, you know. Oh yeah, oh, it doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't matter. What I was about to say doesn't matter. Of course, the predicament I've been shown and expressed does matter, you know. You know, my biggest regret is I spent so much time hanging about with, you know, the worst kind of people, you know. People who never say, people who just take and not give, you know, that's my biggest regret. Just being near people who take and not give, so. You know, all the information, every breath I took, every word I spoke, that the listener just, you know, casually abused and, you know. All the information I've provided to so many people, you know, all the information I've provided, you know. You know, these people watch one 5-minute YouTube or paragraph of my book and they think they're in a position. I spent my life, you know, volumes and volumes and volumes and volumes and volumes. You know, it's so confusing from my position to try and work out the actual, you know, the truth about all this, you know. I presented the facts, so. The people who do daily work, they work and go home. You know, I was a university man, so, you know. You know, right from school and into university, you know, I worked many years, but the whole time I was working for free in my spare time. When I got home from work, I didn't stop working. When I got home from school, I didn't stop working. You know, when I got home from school, I didn't stop working, and when I got home from work, I didn't stop working. And when I got out, when I finished university, I didn't stop. When I went home from university, I didn't stop working. And now every day and night, I don't stop working. So you know, I just work all the way through. So. You know, just working for the sake of working, working for the sake of working, not for money. You know, working for myself for free. You know, working for myself for free. You know, I can just, what's it called, on the gun, you know, they've got it, they've got the cock, or they've got the gun cocked outside now. You know, they've announced in the media that all these people have died, and none of them did. None of them really died. But like, what after, you know, they've spent, you know, a lot of time pretending that certain people are dead, just so they could shoot me dead, you know. You know, the fools don't know a book from a book. You know, there's such total idiocy. You know. The scandal, the Pay conspiracy, the Pay conspiracy, is that relevant to any of this? Bob Wilson used to go on about it, Robert Anton, the Pay conspiracy. Well, Dewey is the Dewey decimal system. Is it the Dewey decimal system? That the library annotation, the library files, Pay Dewey, the allocation of books to a number, the library classifications of books, the Dewey decimal system, Pay Was Dewey not the code name for Judy, the Pay scandal, the Pay conspiracy, the Pay conspiracy, Dewey Decimal System, Pay Judy. She's a librarian, you know. Pay Judy, you know. The conspiracy had to do with. Of course, my theory is that the Dewey Decimal System, the classification of library books according to point so and so and so and so, had a lot to do with the formation of Google. You know, the Google search, based upon the library annotation of the Dewey Decimal System. So, you know, whose hand was on the classification system of the library books? There we go. I've just revealed it, so now you know. You know, from library books to computer search engines, so suddenly dropped to quite a few degrees temperature in this room. So, having said that, I'm just going to go and turn the heating up. You know, I can't, whenever I start feeling quite good, I sort of forget the predicament I'm in, so I have to keep myself, you know, alert, so. You know, Bob Wilson, they said he died. Probably not. Robert Anton, that is. Robert Anton Wilson, probably not died. And other people that they said who's died, probably not died. But, you know, I think when I die, you know, I'll be dead. So, you know. you know, I'm kind of in the mood for doing one of my strip dances, but, you know, and there's probably people, quite a lot of people who'd like me to do it, but, you know, I'm not sure that it's the right hour, because something could happen at any moment, as I've already said, so. You know, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people's going to be disappointed if I get killed. You know, over one idiot with a gun, or two idiots with a gun, or two idiots with two guns, or three idiots with three guns. You know, there's going to be a lot of disappointed people. You know, over idiots with guns. So you know. You know, this area rioted about 2 or 3 years ago, and you know, they took it's a housing nightmare. They took a damned liberty locating me here. As I said, I've survived 12 years here, but you know, and I survived 17 years in a worse place, but you know, so, right, well, it's just gone 50 minutes that I've been on, I've been on this film just over 50 minutes on this live feed, just over 50 minutes. And the cost of that is quite considerable, but it doesn't seem like too much actually, but I'm in a huge amount of debt, and You know, there was a nice guitar that I was thinking of buying, and I saw it. Just over a week ago, and when I got to the shop today, someone had more or less smashed it to pieces. You know, it was in the shop, more or less smashed to pieces. You know. You know, quite coincidental, really, that. You know, the nights I've gone through where there are people loading and unloading guns, loading and unloading guns, you know. You know, I mean, really, I mean, you've never seen an uglier gang in your life, honestly. Nobody's ever seen an uglier gang in their life. Well, I had to plug my vape in because and so my battery has nearly died, because I'm sure a lot of people in the world now have this problem where to plug things in, and so I had the vape plugged in, but it means the battery on my camera system is nearly dead now, so I may get cut off quite soon, but you know, when you've taken enough shit, you've really taken enough shit. And, you know, I've taken enough, you know, I've kind of, you know, and I think the police have taken enough shit. And the next time there's, if and when there's another riot situation, you know, I reckon the police should just shoot them all. You know, I'll be the first to volunteer. I'll be the first to volunteer to start shooting them. You know. You know, if they set me up a machine gun at that window there, you know, I'd have been able to, you know, probably kill 20 4 hours ago, you know. Excuse me while I look for an old receipt to use as a cigarette paper. you know, and they'll be back tomorrow, you know. The whole society's gone mad, you know. Of course, this is a local catastrophe having to do with me. They think it's big bucks killing the leader of the OTGF, you know, you know. You know, door opens downstairs, you know, what's the time now? Door opens downstairs, 5:30 in the morning. You know, is it a gunman? Is it a drug dealer delivering to one of the other apartments, you know? Is it both, you know? Anyway, I'm going to cope with my own situation now, and I'm going to sign off. But you know, have a good day, everybody, and that's all from me.